It's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. I never thought I'd find what I was looking for, but this feeling can't afford to leave. I came here with a 20 in my pocket. Didn't want to stay too long, I knew that I would drop it. Check myself out in the reflection of a liquor bottle. Saw a real sad girl, a big pill to swallow, yeah. But when you took my hand, walked me over to the dance floor, I put on a smile, never knew I had before. You said it's not time to go home yet, yeah. Just stay with me for a moment. Don't turn around, it's only the two of us. Just stay with me for a moment. I know I'm bound to ruin it, so just stay here. Just a moment. As long as this place is open, I'll keep you close. And we'll hold on to this moment. You hold me, feels like forever. Are you here to find forever? I will never know, cause I'm scared to take you home. Will you hit me on my phone? But I guess I'll never know. They turn the volume up when we're talking. The music playing louder, not planning on stopping. It's getting pretty late, I don't even know your name, but I'm living in the moment, I want you to stay. Ooh, it's in a real bad vibe. Came in with my head down, anxiety high. Just about to leave, was about to leave. I'm so happy you noticed me. But when you took my hand, walked me over to the dance floor, I put on a smile, never knew I had before. You said it's not time to go home yet. Stay with me for a moment. Don't turn around, it's only the two of us. Just stay with me for a moment. I know I'm bound to ruin it, so just stay here. Stay with me for a moment. Please make a move, cause I don't have the courage. Don't wanna be wondering what could have been in the morning. Said it's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. It's not time to go home yet. Go home yet. Go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment.
Hello and welcome to Record Label Boss with your boy Avi on the microphone. I hope you're having a great week, and I hope you're doing better than the poor people in Ukraine. But today we're going to talk a little bit about something else. Of course, we're going to review music from people all around the world. We're going to check into various submission services. We're going to look at our Discord server. We're going to talk to artists. We're going to have people on the show. And it's going to be a wonderful and it's going to be very nice show. Like Borat. I'm just gonna do my microphone up. Fuck me. Just a little bit up here. That way it picks it up easier. All right, guys. If you are familiar with the show, you know that my name is Avio, and I get 30,000 demos every year, and I review 6,000 of them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on Record Label Boss. And you're always welcome to join me. Check it out, how the process works, and give your feedback on if you like the songs or if you don't. You're always welcome to check out our label at Count Zero Records, and of course, you also can check out recordlabelboss.com. I want to say hello. Oh, Vanessa is here. Hey, Bonnie, how you doing, girl? Yo-Yo is here, Foxy's here, and Lottie is here. So many people. Thanks so much for joining today, guys. I have an interesting topic as well. I checked our demo submission room. There's actually nothing new, but in our Promote Your Music room, there's a bunch of new stuff that we're going to look at that. And of course, we're going to check some sub-services, and we're going to talk to the people on Reddit if there's any questions anybody wants to ask. So I'm going to go ahead. Hey, Meg, how you doing? I'm going to go ahead and start reviewing some music. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the state of the world. And Vanessa says, still working, but I can watch you on YouTube on my work computer. Isn't that great? Hey, I just saw today, because I just checked in YouTube Studio, and I saw that YouTube has added clips as a functionality to where viewers somehow can make clips of your videos that they're watching. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but that sounds very interesting. If any of you know something about that, I would be interested. But I'm guessing it's you're watching a video and then you see something that you really like, and then there's probably going to be a clip button for you to do. Hey James, how you doing? Seldomly see you around. I know you're working a lot. I hope you're safe and sound and everybody's good in your family, and you know, you're not in any trouble. Clip, that's right. Yeah, a lot of people are looking about that clip stuff. I don't know anything about it, so you all got to tell me about it. All right, first song we got here is Falling in Love by Nigel Davis. So let us... Ooh, that is loud. Let us fire that up. Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da-da.
My eyes awake to early morning.
Da-da-da-da-da.
With you beside me, wearing nothing at all.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Errands to run and work is calling you away from me, but you don't really want.
Hold on. There's Vanessa says, can you do some funny faces and sing so we can clip that? Yeah, I mean, that is like the alternative version of saying, you know, hey Avi, can you make a fool out of yourself so we can clip it and save it and then post it and laugh about you? Come on.
Go on, no. Hold it outside, we can choose to ignore, or just lay in bed for a little while longer. Yeah, we're falling
To
in
me,
love.
to me.
We're
To
falling
me,
in
to me,
love.
to me.
Oh,
And I know that Lottie has requested that the Zoom feature comes back, so to me.
we're falling in love.
To me.
La da 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 da.
Da 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 da. To me.
We are two souls that fit perfect together.
Alrighty, James is working? Oh my god.
Turn the TV
I thought you were in the UK. How are you working at 8 o'clock, dude?
beside you. I am
Well, all is well. That's good.
It is right here in my bed.
Lonnie knows what's up. Don't tell your plans to everybody.
To ignore
Yeah.
and just let
Those plans were very obvious, Lonnie.
longer, yeah. We're falling in love. We're falling
And Lottie says, take your Zoom feature and shove it up my ass, please.
in love.
Okay.
We're falling in love.
Hold on, look. Zoomy. Roomy. There's a roomy in my Zoomy. Huh. Oh yeah, it's 7 in the UK, that's right. Oh, look who's there. Who's that?
And there's a whole world
It's a chitty chatty.
ignore and just lay in bed for a little while longer.
Okay, gotta put the chitty chatty over there.
In love.
Chitty, Mr. Cutty.
Oh, darling,
It's the Mr. Cutty.
we're falling in love. Love,
Ringo's got the right idea.
we're falling in love.
I didn't think he was gonna come on, you know.
Love,
But then he did, and I was like, okay,
we're falling.
let me put him up. You know, everybody wants to watch him sleep. It's always interesting. It's a lot better than when he's up here before the show. I was preparing, and he was so super annoying. He was like pawing me and jumping on me and meowing at me and all kinds of stuff. And he really wanted to be here and rub himself on the microphone and everything. And I'm really happy that he's finally sleeping. All right, so Nigel Davis, that was not so bad, but it was a little bit, how would I say, uniform, probably, I would say. So the song wasn't really catchy. There wasn't anything wrong with it, but it kind of like was flowing without any greater sense of direction or in any emotional curve that I would be able to tell. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say cool song. Oh, I gotta move some bits over here. See, I've been trying to get like Windows voice recognition to work, but for some reason, I don't know. It's like grayed out and doesn't work. Cool song that has some nice flow, but stays somewhat monotonous and could use some emotional curve. That's by the way not only what I'm saying, that's by the way also what a lot of the professional songwriters that I know are saying, that the emotional curve is really what makes the song. And then they're usually arguing about how the curve should be. You know, should the curve be like a long buildup of emotion that kind of like accumulates in a drop or a very strong chorus at a certain point, or should it go in waves, etc. But I don't think I've ever talked to a successful songwriter that said that you could do a song without an emotional curve, because I don't know, nobody's ever said that these songs will be successful. So the consensus in the industry seems to be that you need an emotional curve. All right. Coffee house song. Can you bring me one too? Yeah, coffee. Okay, so I'm just quickly always checking. Thank you, Get to Know for Wholesome. That's very nice of you. Currently, we're experiencing 0 kilobytes per second to Reddit. So Reddit's going to catch up at a certain point, and it's going to be like, yeah. All right, there you go. Bing, bing, bing. All righty. We're going to go with the next song. And that is from Sergio Ciccheri, Volo disteso. Yeah, it's yeah. Piano, so okay, solo piano track. Okay, it's a solo piano. It's a solo piano track, guys. Oh my god. You all know that I have something of a huge problem with solo piano tracks because they're, no matter how virtuous you, like what kind of virtuoso you are, it's super difficult to sell. On the other hand, it's super easy to make. So, yeah. Cool solo, but as usual, we would like to see a fully instrumentalized version of any song, as true solo piano is a hard sell. I don't know the percentage of people that are listening to solo piano. I know I get it a lot because people, I don't know, for some reason solo instrumental tracks are just so much easier to make. Because that's what it is. If you do solo guitar, if you do solo piano, your production cost is literally super low because you're just going to sit yourself in front of the piano, you're going to record it. Then you're going to do a little bit of balancing, maybe a little bit of EQing, and there you go. On the other hand, seriously, nobody wants to hear this. There's hardly anybody who wants to hear this. It's a subset of classic fans, and classic isn't huge, but classic is definitely its own genre. But solo piano within the classical fans is again a fairly small subset. So you're doing a small subset of a small subset. So your commercial chances are going to be very, very, very slim. Even if you're excellent, even if you be like the best piano player in the world, very difficult. All right. Yo-Yo needs rainbow everything in the quest to produce the perfect rainbow poo. What the fuck? What are you guys talking about? You guys are going to make it weird here. Alrighty. Let's go to the next one. The Bubba Brothers from Portugal, I think that is. Electronic. Amandla. There's no hat here today, because I forgot it over there. Nothing interesting to put here on the side cam, other than my hand. This is for Henchada. Hello, I am Lottie. Lottie the hand shadow puppet. Oh, that's really difficult. How do I do this? From the side like this? Oh my god. Hello, my name is... Nah. I'm gonna have to like from the top maybe. Hello, my name is Lottie. What the fuck? What? Okay, this track is Freedom and Peace Hero. Cool track with some good elements that remains a bit static and could use some catchy chorus. All the best and cheers. Not really feeling that electronic there. Next one is Gabs the House Guru from the UK with his electronic song Go Your Way. And he's 12 years old, he says. Yeah, well, it's got a little bit too long breaks in between shit. Well, for a 12-year-old, it's not so bad. But I'm almost entirely sure he hasn't done this by himself. Yeah, I don't think so. You know, I know a lot of a lot of kids that are musicians. No. It's because a lot of their parents are actually musicians. I know quite a few like kid artists, and I'm not going to say any names, but behind them is their they're very famous or really competent fathers that are producers that help them, kind of like Daft Punk and others, to where the father was already a music producer. They have a studio at home and they can use that, and they're like second generation musicians, and this is the vibe that I get here. I think it would be extremely difficult to do something like that if you're 12. Also because probably you wouldn't have access to the samples and to the software, etc. If you're really 12 and you do that by yourself, it's a major achievement. But I feel like there's definitely some guiding hand in the background. It's not necessarily bad, if you have a father that works in music, shit, I am one, and you're willing to do it, and somebody helps you do that from a very early age, you're going to be great at 18, you're going to be great at 20, It's just that a lot of the kids that are in music families usually don't want to do what their dad does, because it's not cool to do what your dad does. So even if your dad's like a fucking DJ, they're like, I just want to be a hot dog salesman, But yeah, I know. How can I say? I have always wondered how these kids come into being, with like the really young people. And ever since I've been working in music, like on behind the music, as a label person, not as an artist, I found out that it's their parents, they either pay or hire somebody, or it's the parents themselves that are musicians that do this. So, but still interesting, I mean, it's not necessarily usable in a commercial sense, but it's something, that people made like 20 years ago. Cool. A very cool track. Gabriel, do send us more from you in the future. All the best and cheers. Oh, got his kid. It's like, once he's 18, he's gonna be really good. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Start early, and you might be good. All right, let's check out our Discord, because we always need to check out our own Discord. There you go. What is that? Okay, it's a little bit overshit. It's a little bit overshitty. All right, so many things going on around me. Okay, let us check that out. So what we got here? We got from O0 a new song. Let's hear that.
Goddamn, Stuzzy.
Hella blows. If you ain't so known to.
Okay, he gets a herd. I'm not sure on the vocals there. Hikari. Yep, same thing. As the people that listen to me regularly know, a lot of the problems that are associated with with the tracks that the younger people are sending are vocals, because they usually they usually make these tracks without having any kind of vocal training, and then it's really difficult because it's they usually work a lot with computers. They usually work rather well with the DAWs. They usually work in FL Studio or something, but they usually have a hard time with the vocals. Sir Sky.
Now I'm fed in my bedroom. Now I'm fed in my bedroom, waiting good sex from you.
I would say you can tell that a lot of the stuff that they do is somewhat similar. It seems to be the style at the moment that a lot of kids like, to these kind of like dragging distorted vocals. But I know another secret. One of the things is also that generations of new musicians have tried to cover up their inability to sing by adding interesting effects and then saying that this is what they wanted, you know. How can I say, if every third submission you get is horrible vocals with a lot of vocal effects and people saying that's exactly how we wanted, eventually you find out it's not what they wanted. It's just how they felt that they could best mask their vocal problems. And it's actually the wrong way to go about it. I did that too when I was young, until I found out that I can buy samples, that I can buy ready-made great sampled vocals provided by professional singers that you can buy and use on your track. And this is probably what you should do. But usually these kids don't necessarily have access to professional vocals, and they also don't have any friends who could sing for them. So they're a little bit in a binder. I started using professional vocals when I was a little bit older, and I actually had access to a little bit of money. And just to give you a quick idea, you can get 2 to 3 minutes of professional vocals for $20 to $50. As a commercial use license, you're not allowed to credit the singer or put the name or anything on there, but you are allowed to use them on your track however you want. And that's not a whole lot of money. Of course, you'll have to do that for every song that you do, which again, for a young musician might be a problem, but for a professional musician, it's usually not a problem to pay $20 to $50 for vocals, thinking that if you were going with a vocalist and you have them come into your studio and they sing for you, they're certainly going to charge you $50 as well. Unless they're a friend, and then you can record them, but still, you know, if you're not compensating them at all, they're going to be pissy. Sooner or later, they're going to be pissy. So yeah, it's actually pretty cheap to buy stock vocals, and this is probably what you should go with if you have a hard time singing. You can buy stock vocals for every genre, and there's a lot of them out there. So nobody will ever know if you bought stock vocals. Good way to improve your production. Good way to make your production sound a lot more professional is what it is, really. All right, next one. O0 Splinters. I think he submitted something else. Well, let's listen to this one.
Fuck it up, man.
Bad fetcher, run it back, I'm a bad getter. Staying in the field for so long, I turn the grave digger, hard hitter. 4-5.
Yep. Stock vocals would be better. All right, AJ. I think we heard that before, haven't we?
Fuck all night. Don't you forget about.
Yep, I heard that before from AJ. It wasn't so bad. I wasn't totally hot on it either. Troop, DistroKid, Blurry. I think this guy's already sent us this as well. Let me just quickly check in with this guy. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. I hate it when a click leads to a click leads to a click leads to a click.
So long, don't know just where, but I know the night so long. There's no money.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay for a beginner. You know, it does what they want. There's music, there's dragging vocals, there's lots of auto-tune. There's lots of repetitive trap-like drums. The problem is it makes you just like anybody else. This music is literally submitted by the absolute metric fuck tons. And we get hundreds of submissions. Correction. Thousands of submissions every year that sound exactly like that. So, I don't know, dude. Not sure. All right. Get Straight Passion.
We walking him down like his body was payment. Knock off his brain and I'm leaving him brainless. Tie up his mom and leaving him basements. I do a drill running down on them Asics. Fuck all that chitter chat.
Okay, so the beat in the background is a little bit overdriven and there's clipping going on, which is typical for badly recorded rap, but the vocals so far could be good.
You want me dead, hit me up with a gat. And I never been pussy, that's word of my dad. I get you waxed and I turn on relax. She's on, hit him up for the breaks of the 3-throw. Call me Mr. Back it out of his P-code. This a new Jack City, I'm Nino. I know these niggas turning fat. Cause I shut my mouth and it's word of my dad. You speak on my name and you ended up stretched. God lift me up, put my luck to the test. I know this shorty think she hot, but everyone know that she really a thought. We cracking heads just to take all your...
Yeah, it's actually fairly horrible that the whole music thing that's going on in the background, because it was like, you know, but I think the vocals aren't so bad. I don't know. I'm gonna give him something like a thumbs up. How do I do that? I still got a bunch of people in the chat I gotta talk with, because these guys aren't necessarily ready to go recording, but these guys might be ready to go get some advice. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's always, you know, we're here. I'm not necessarily looking for people to sign. These are young people. These are people that are just literally fairly new in music. You know, I'd be very surprised if there was anybody that we would want to sign here. But, you know, advisable artists are also great because, you know, they can become good. Sasso Purago. Let's hear that one.
Fatality. I got the munchies like Shaggy and Scooby. Pull up, smoke the boy like a doobie. My ops tryna put bullets through me. Pocket heat, they really consume me. Your sauce on them like Big Pat.
Not sure what's going on there with the vocals. He sounds like he's, I don't know, has bronchitis or something. Nakluvsky could not find this track. Okay. Could not find this track. Probably it was removed. Right? I'll mark it as had his chance. AK Raps. AK Raps. And Scotty's asking what he missed. I don't know. The usual. YouTube has clips now, whatever that means.
Suns down, stars falling from the night sky. Praying for a peace of mind as a gift.
As I get high. Vocals, okay. Wow, there's so much. What the Vieta Impel Down. We're going to talk about an investment topic later, Scotty, so it's going to be interesting for you.
Traveling grace, dig that tunnel, channel my underground way. Bandit, battering rams, we don't take batter foundation, go round.
Okay, this is
Yo, the wheels on the foundation go round. Coal in the engine, splatter black clouds. Press the button, unraveling grams. Traveling bandit,
Gonna be some
battering
epic
rams. We
shit.
don't take batteries, impel down. Armored pterodome, cylinder valves. Rolling thunder, MIA, cool border control. Underground wake, up the banner. Spray it with paint, I crack this spanner. We crash, red tape, increase my power. Traveling grace, dig that tunnel. Channel my rage, mechanical ace. Service pop, first on turf when the turbo's on.
not bad. Not gonna give a thumbs up, but it's not totally bad. You know, I would say among the bad ones, it's maybe better. The vocals aren't completely off. You could probably, if you work with this guy for 3 months with a dedicated trainer, you can probably get his vocals straight. All right, Took Music.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Making lists to represent all the dubs I'ma get from the L's I catch. But that's the catch. I see you, girl. I ain't giving you this recipe. Bless your soul and may you recipe. Is this my
Yep. Still a way to go here for vocals as well. You can always tell they essentially, most of them start from the place of talking and not necessarily talking well. I think in America they do a lot of nasal talking. So what you can hear here is people that do a lot of talking through their nose. When they could be using their, they could be using their throat voice, or they could be using their chest voice, and then especially US people, you have to train them to put their voice down and to come from the nose does not make a sound. Just close it, makes you sound stupid. But don't do this. But I did have the experience that a lot of people in the US create a lot of sound from the mouth or from the nose, and you should not do that if you're a musician. Some people get around doing this naturally, and they just learn how to do it without knowing how to do it. But if you have a coach, it's a lot easier. All right, Took Music. I think we heard him before. And people are talking about rainbow poo in the chat while I'm here talking about music, Great.
Talk about patience, your pussies. I may be a youngin', but I ain't no rookie. Eating them all like some.
And here we have the person that has a difficult time breathing.
Whip it up.
I'm the soldier? Fucking move, please. Better Bentley, better bust both your shoulders. Set your neck like a fuck.
Okay, so what we're hearing here is somebody who presses out their music when they're saying something like, and then you don't have any breath in your lungs. You don't. When you, I don't know. I'm really not good at vocal coaching, but if the people that made this song, if Took you're listening, don't breathe out all of your air at the very first second. I was gonna, and then try to follow up the vocal with no air in your chest. Instead, completely fill your chest with air. and then let it resonate from there. And slowly let the air out as you're talking. The lazy dog jumps over the brown fox. You know? Again, it's not singing, but this gives you volume. Whereas if you have no air in your lungs, in your chest, you will have... Just try this. Breathe out completely and then try to sing. You can't. So when you're in a place to where you don't have air in, then you can't sing. And it's exactly what's happening here. If you want to listen to it again.
Gotta eat, so where my special potion? Keep you in existing patience, I'm emotion. It's the notion, listen closer. It'll take some time, but watch. We gon' spit rhymes.
And this is why you have to. So you have like far too little air in, and you're busting it out, and then you have to suck it in really hard to have a little bit more air to even be able to sing or rap, doesn't matter. And then you go. And this, of course, completely ruins your flow and your rhythm. And eventually you're going to be so out of air, so out of breath, and nothing is going to work. So breathing technique while you're singing is super important. All right, AJ. Vocals are very quiet, really far back, can't really hear them, heavily auto-tuned. All right, I'm through here. Good. All right, that was it for today. Was quite a few songs that we got just in the last day or so. Gonna check out quickly here what's coming up. All right, we're good. Gonna close this and gonna be able to do some Muso today as well. That's good. Whoops. And then we're gonna talk a little bit about something that is current, because I always want to do that, because I always want to tie in a little bit of talk about the music industry and a little bit of talk about, I don't know, business, maybe, the industry, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So today, a lot of you know that we currently have a very unfortunate situation going on in the Ukraine, and hold on, let me just do some music here, maybe from myself, la 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 la, and a lot of people are trying to help out with that. A lot of people are doing various things to voice their opinion that the war in Ukraine should end. And a lot of people are doing some very, very serious measures against that war. And you would think that young, technologically affiliated people would be among those that are likely to say, you know, stop the fighting. Not necessarily taking sides or telling who's wrong, even though I believe it's pretty clear, but everybody has their own opinion. The point is that peace is always good. You know, if you say, you know, guys, give peace a chance, let this happen, let's hope for the best, that's a positive message you can always get to. And then, hold on, here's my shit. All right, let's just play some quiet music in the background. That's the old theme of Record Label Boss. By the way, this song got a second life because we recently put it on. Advertisement, and Throwdown immediately became the label's second best working song, or first best working song, together with Moment at the moment. So CIG's Moment and Avio's Throwdown are currently the best performing songs of the label. And I was like so surprised because I had never actually considered to advertise it, you know. I never did. And when I did, it had such great numbers. I was like, fuck, okay. So yeah, but this isn't what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the fact that today the very disappointing news was that the major marketplaces for cryptocurrency like Binance, Kraken, and others have preemptively declared that they will absolutely not participate in any sanction or awareness building against Russian users. They will categorically not cut off Russians of any form, even if they're engaged in the war, from their platforms, or do anything to change or end their activities in Russia or with Russians. And I'm not talking about, you know, the Russian farmer from Novgorod, because they probably really don't have Bitcoin. I'm talking about the fact that Russia holds an extreme amount of Bitcoin and an extreme amount of the hash rate of the Bitcoin network. And it's the same for Ethereum. So to hear that cryptocurrency's biggest players say that they will absolutely not take any action against war criminals, they will absolutely not support democracy and freedom, and they will do jack shit to make this world a better place, was slightly disappointing for me today, because I had thought that the crypto community is something of a modern place, a new place, an interesting place where progressive people generally would be. And the argument that they used was that cryptocurrency is for everybody. And then I thought to myself, I know a few things that are for everybody too. Being alive is for everybody. Bread is for everybody. Water is for everybody. Cats are for everybody. Cars are for everybody. Houses are for everybody. And if you think of it, just about every product that you could possibly think of is for everybody. It's not like most of the products in the world that are being restricted today to not be used by Russian oligarchs who support a regime that is killing thousands are products that are just for them. But it does show the deep ingrainment of cryptocurrency and the absolute ruthlessness of the marketplace as a whole. As you know, Bitcoin is a currency to where 45% of all Bitcoin is held by one corporation worldwide, to where 10 people worldwide hold over 80% of the entire currency. And to then hear Kraken and Binance say that the basic idea behind crypto is decentralization, and this is why they're not blocking Russia, is a joke, because there are no other currencies in the world that are as centralized as all cryptocurrencies, because they have by far the fewest owners of any currency. There is no person that is so rich that they themselves would own 45% of the US dollar. And there's certainly not 10 guys in the world that own 80% of the US dollar. But this is the case with Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is a thing of very rich people, very ruthless people, and people that have absolutely no ethics. And if you want to hold on to your goggles, I advise you at this point to sell your cryptocurrency, because if things go south even more and we will have a network disconnect, all of the Russian computers are taken out of, for example, the Bitcoin network and or the Ethereum network, the hash rates are going to drop so much that your crypto values are going to tank. So carefully consider, number one, with who you want to do business, if it's worth the risk, and if you are okay with being the person enabling war criminals to be able to launder their money. Because after all, ethics are a value in itself. And that's all I'm going to say about that for today. But I definitely wanted to say that I'm super disappointed that what's coming out from that corner is, we are okay with making blood money with war criminals. It's not a problem for us. We don't give a shit. Because I endured years of propaganda of this democratic, decentralized, all for the people, fucking hurrah propaganda. And what I'm hearing now in the crypto space is, fuck the people that are dying. We are here to make money. Good on you, people. But not for me. Quite honestly, not for me. Alrighty. That was my rant about that today. I have to say that I should not be surprised, because the billionaires that own all of the crypto are just in it to make money. It's essentially a huge Ponzi scheme, but people are only going to find it out later. That doesn't mean that you can't trade it. It doesn't mean you can't make money, but it means that whenever they want to raise or lower the price, they can. Because again, one company owns 45% of all Bitcoin. They have absolute price control. Absolute. Any price changes they want to make on the market, they can do. And if you put down together the 10 biggest entities, they own 80%, and it's very similar in Ethereum. It's not as bad, but it's comparatively to the normal market very bad. So if you want to play a game where somebody else is allowed to cheat and they can essentially always win by pressing a button, but you still want to play that game, then you can do that. And then of course there's always the thing with Russia and everything. Alrighty. So if you have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments below or in the chat. But I think that for every economist, there's always the question, and I'm big on that, there's always the question of ethical business. Because I do believe that people can make money and be ethical at the same time. I believe that you do not have to cheat somebody in order to do business. And what I see so many times in the music industries is essentially people trying to cheat other people as good as they can. Today I received a letter from a for-profit company that is doing fundraising for a non-profit company, and what this company does is very interesting, actually. They tell artists to get on their compilation, and that they're going to advertise them, etc., and that it's a non-profit thing. It's for a good cause. You then get a license agreement that is exactly not that. It's a commercial use and reproduction licensing that licenses a for-profit company to completely use any of the material that you give them. So a lot of musicians, they want to do something good and say, hey, I want to help out a nonprofit organization. I want to contribute a certain amount of my songs or whatnot to there so they can sell it, are being baited, and then they're being switched into giving over all of their rights to this for-profit company that can use their stuff then for the rest of their lives, and there's nothing they can do about that. And when I saw that contract, because one of my artists sent it to me, and they were like, yeah, I want to be in this nonprofit thing. I want to help out, you know? And I said, dude, this is a for-profit and for reproduction contract that allows these people not only to use your music as they see fit, but to resell it indefinitely. They can make CDs, they can make sticks, they can sell it on Spotify, they can do whatever they want with their music. And the entity that you're giving the rights to is not a nonprofit organization. So this is also what I see a lot. Second thing I wanted to say, that people approach musicians and tell them certain things and then give them a completely different contract because they are counting on the fact that musicians usually have no idea of anything that surrounds the legal sphere or their products or their rights, etc. Most times musicians are just really concerned with how can I have many plays on Spotify, and it's wonderful. But, you know, this is why they're also easy targets for a bait and switch. They will say, you know, blah, 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 this, and then they will give them a contract. And then once the musician signs that contract, there's nothing they can do, because if they then approach the party and say, yeah, but you said it's for a good cause, blah, blah, whatnot, they said, well, you signed the contract. And then the musician can say, but what we talked about, it's different than what's in the contract. And they will say, well, the contract is still valid and you signed it and you've given us the rights to all of your music. So if you're an artist, if you're an independent artist, you're a young artist, be aware that in the music industry, most of the time, the contracts that you get in front of you are not what you talked about with the person when you talked with them normally. This is a typical thing that a lot of people do, including labels, that will tell the artist certain things. We're going to work like this, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this. But in the contract is something completely different. And no matter how many times artists have told me that they're going to get the contract looked at by a lawyer, and I've been the head of a label now for 3 years, and I've talked to hundreds of musicians in signing, not a single one has ever brought a lawyer to the conversation or had the contract checked out by a lawyer. Not one of them. And most of them said that they would do it, but they just did it in order to make themselves appear better. But usually they don't, because they don't have the money for it. So the industry knows that you're not going to get this contract checked out. You're just going to sign it. And this is what they're counting for. And this is a lot of the contract with musicians. And this is why they're getting ripped off left and right, because essentially they will just sign whatever somebody puts in front of them for reasons I don't really understand. And then hope for the best. They sign something they don't understand, and then they hope for the best, and they hope that, you know, everything will be fine. But, you know, many times it isn't. Most of the times it isn't. It's actually very sad. Right, so let us check into another thing over here. Some stuff. We're going to be reviewing A Path Untold Heart Matters, okay? Oh, something popped up there. Thank you for following, Goadigo. Thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, just too long, too boring. I can't bring myself to listen to this some more. It's like, yeah, no. Right, let's. What do we got here? Almost AM, dimmed night. Sure, why not? But you see, I did see the thingy, spinning thingy.
And let me go. Run, boy, run. The pressure's so high.
Yeah, no. Nocturnal issues before the debauchery. Hey, Jack Albert, how you doing, my man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. I'm still listening to music and looking for great artists, you know. What are we gonna do today, Pinky? The same we do. No, what are we gonna do today, Brain? The same we do every day, Pinky. Hey, to take over the world, something like that. Oh, I have so much fucking work you cannot believe. Absolutely, you cannot believe it. It's insane. I mean, the good thing is that many things are happening. The bad thing is it's like, I don't know, 5 times more than we could possibly handle. It's crazy. But we do have a lot of ideas and a lot of things are working out, and this is what makes me happy. But, you know, also you try 10 things and 1 thing works, you know. So a lot of effort is actually frustrated. But yeah, that is it. I think the only thing that I can complain about at the moment is that we do have a lot of work. But that's mostly because we have a lot of ideas. I think a lot of my colleagues in the industry, and I know, a lot of my colleagues in the industry have been doing things the very same way for like decades. They have far less work than we have, but they're also not getting anywhere. I don't know how they do it. You know, the guys that just like kind of like sit around and wait for somebody to come to them and then say, you know, you gotta pay us 10 grand and then we'll be your label and that's that. And then they'll find some poor souls to do that. And that's how they finance themselves. You know, over the years, they find like 10, 20 artists that pay 10 grand a year to be on the label. And they do almost nothing for them. It's so fucking weird. I don't know. I mean, they try to do things for them. Don't get me wrong, but weird. I don't know. Jeremy and Harlequins, I won't be love. Some people I just don't understand them. But at the moment, everybody's moving towards like promotion, advertising. People are fucking crazy about promotion and advertising. Crazy. And when I heard that we are now up to 60,000 releases every day, I was like, oh man. Can you imagine 22 million released songs every year? It's insane. 22 million songs a year. Crazy. Your odds are so horrible. And out of those, you know, people know maybe the Billboard 100. Like total for that year, you know what I mean? So out of the 22 million songs, people know, if they're really music connoisseurs, 100 songs. But for the most part, they know 20. So if you have 22 million and people remember 20 songs, it's usually right. Which means that one song out of a million makes it. And all of these songs are songs that are backed by multi-million-dollar advertisement. So it's like the competition is getting extremely fierce. The payments are getting very low. And the monopoly is bigger than it ever was before. Yeah, Jack, you can send your SoundCloud link on our Discord server. And then I'll be able to click on it and play it because I can't do that on the stream thingy. That's discord.gg/CZR. Or you can go to recordlabelboss.com. There's a Discord link there too. That's why I have the link here. Not so bad. That wasn't so bad. Wasn't so bad. I'm still saying no, but it wasn't so bad. I was so okay with it. Oop. Yes, John, you can. Absolutely, this show is made for people to ask stupid questions. It's literally about that, you know. We talk about music, we talk about musicians, and everybody's welcome to ask their questions. I don't think there's stupid questions. I think there's stupid people that are too scared to ask a question. I love to ask people that know more than me about stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's the best time in my life, and I cannot understand the people that are having this huge problem when they're faced with somebody who knows a little bit more about something than they do, because you know, in the world you know only some things. You're an expert on a minimal topic of things. On most topics, you're not an expert. That's kind of thing. Submit it to an experimental demo. Interested to see what you think. Yeah, hold on. Let me pop open the Discord there. And John Beeler says, I have a meeting set up with you about my band next week. Excellent. Do I go by the time the link says? I'm on East Coast USA and I don't want the time difference to screw me up. Excellent, John. Thank you so very much. This is exactly what I would want people to do, because you have no idea how many people fail to have a connection with us because they can't read the time right. And they think they're on the right time, but then they're not. They're afraid to ask. Okay, so here I go. Our system takes the time from your computer that you submitted the appointment from at the time you were on that computer, and shows you the time corrected for that time of that computer. So if you made the appointment on your home computer, on your phone, etc., it will be the correct time for you. Our system always calculates down to the local time, and it will show a different time for me because I'm in a different time zone. So what our system does, it shows every user their time. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to look into the system now and make sure that we understand each other. Gonna turn it off here. Hold on a second. And that you're coming on the right time. Because, you know, it's incredibly disappointing for me to have a good artist that I looked for so long. I've been looking for good artists so long, and then they get the time wrong and everything kind of like doesn't work out. That's extremely disappointing because I feel like it's a huge opportunity wasted. Alrighty, let me go to my dashboard. Awesome, my username is BO Cherries. Oh, you're BO Cherries. Yeah, of course I remember, dude. Yeah. How could I forget it? I don't have so many people that I talk to, that I let talk to me. All right. Yeah, there you go, John. For me, it's at 5 p.m. March the 9th, which is in a few days. March the 9th is exactly next Wednesday. 5 p.m. because that's the time that I can do before the show. So usually I talk to you like for an hour. So we will be talking from 5 to 6 or 7. And then at 8 I have my show. So you would be talking to me 1700, 18, 19, 20, 3 hours before the show. And for John, it shows up on my iPhone calendar for Wednesday at 11 a.m. Hey, Harry, how you doing? 11 a.m., yeah. That means that you're 6 hours behind me, which means you should be on the east coast of the United States. You're probably somewhere in New York or something. Is that right, John? I'm guessing it is, because you're 6 hours behind. Harry's doing good. I'm doing good. I'm very busy, but I'm good. Okay, so John, everything good? 6 hours behind me. Yep, that's right. Okay, super. Yep. That's it. That's good. Gonna see you and talk to you about your band there. It's the Rage Against the Machine thingy. And Harry says I made a noise rock song. Can you check it out? I can send it in demo submissions. Please do so, Harry. And Jack also posted something. Hold up, guys. I have to jump into the Discord. Some people posted me something. Did you? Did you now? No, I don't see anything here. Harry is typing. Jack Albert actually put it on his demo submission profile. Okay. Using demo submission is really cool. We're still really working on demosubmission.com, you know. And what's your username there? It should be there. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it and blind it. Send it. Okay. Henry sent it. I have so many still. Dill has his account here. Jack Albert, there you are. Yeah, you gotta complete your profile, man. I don't have it on here. Jack, your profile is pretty much empty here, and it doesn't have much on it. Oh, you put a SoundCloud link here. Okay, got it. Let's listen to this shit. Fill out your profile, man. It's like empty with some one SoundCloud link.
I don't know what to do anymore. Sitting here and I'm getting real bored. And
vocals.
That fuck shit that you told me at the function. Glasses on, now I'm feeling like McLovin. Told me that feeling real right now. Too high. Going down like I'm mine. You know that I just mine. Start this off.
I think the music is maybe a 6, maybe a 6.5, something like that. It's not totally bad. I'm not sure about the vocals like at all. The vocals aren't horrible, but they aren't great either.
I thought you were told this shit really too great. I don't trip about that shit. I've been driving in my whip. I've been driving like a fast car, and I got a bad scar from a bit. Now I'm headed on real red, and
Okay, so you're staying within a very narrow vocal range, and even though you're auto-tuning or melodyning your vocals, your vocal range is very limited, meaning that you're singing da 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 when you should be singing da 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 da. You should be varying cadence, number one, and you should be varying tonality, you know, the pitch. What you're doing is da 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 da. That's literally the most monotonous thing you can do.
to just sit and think about shit.
Sit and think about and then it's a little bit and then it's back to
Always down to the ground, feeling real high now. Too high. Always down.
Sometimes you're varying. Yeah.
I'm feeling that high, up in the sky. Everyone wondering why I don't reply. I've been thinking like, why do you gotta talk to me?
The track is a little bit busy. The music is a little bit confusing. Some parts I like. The high-pitched voice I like. Not sure about that, you know. Make the track a little bit less busy. And make your basic vocals have a definitive melody. And then auto-tune and melodyne them. Hackers Inc. says, the song doesn't sound too bad. I like the vibes. I agree about the vocals of Io. Yeah. It's hard to tell people how to make vocals better, but don't generate the melody of your vocals by melodyning the fuck out of it, because it makes it sound stupid. Make it have a melody before you put it in effects. So it should already have a melody. I was going down to the girlfriend. Na 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 na. It already should have that melody, and then you go to melodyne and autotune, and you'll see how fucking fire that gets. And my personal tip, when your track sounds like shit, take something out. Never add something, take something out. That's the best tip I've ever heard. deadmau5 said that. I remembered it, and to this day I use it. It's the best trick you can do. deadmau5 said literally, and I super agree with that, music is not about what you do, it's about what you don't do. And that is so good, because the beginners always think they need to add more shit. But it will just sound like a cacophony. It will sound stupid. It will sound busy. Take shit out. Your track doesn't sound good? Take it out. Take some more out. Until you're just down to the drums, and then start adding things slowly at a bass line, and only if it's really good, you know? And then those are the two things that I would say. Appreciate the feedback. Good looks. You're welcome, Jack. You know, you're already there. You're already on the way. You're walking. You're the guy that, you know, there's a few things to do here. There's a few things to do here, but you're on the way. Most people aren't even on the way yet. They're still at the bus station waiting to start. You're walking. Yeah. Too much. Also, I'm going to give a third tip to everybody just because I feel like it today. Do not put instruments in your song that are at the same frequency as your voice and that overlap. So when you have like this, which is kind of like around the frequency that your a little bit higher pitched voice is, it kind of like takes up the same frequency space as your voice, and it makes the track sound really crappy. because there's constantly some kind of fucking noise that's always over the vocals. So when you're looking at the frequency analyzer of your track and you see where your voice kind of like lives, give it space. Make sure that there's nothing there. The bass needs to be under it. The drums need to be under it. Then there can be some really high-pitched instruments over it, but there shouldn't be a lot of crap at that place in frequency where your voice is. Because that kind of like drowns out your voice and makes the track sound stupid. That would be tip number 3. Yeah, and if you did all that, the song would be like 1.5 points better. And then fill out your profile on Demo Submit and make sure that it's full and it gets approved, so we can, stay in contact and give you some ratings there. And if you guys want to, get in touch with us, we have this new service called demosubmission.com where you can make your profile and put all of your stuff in there, and then we can look at it. It's really cool. Try it out. It's still kind of like in beta, but you can give me feedback on it and see what it is. And now we're going to go to the Discord. Harry put some in there. A noise rock song that I made, Daughters and Gilla Band inspired. All right, Harry. Let's hear it. All right, so dude, I really don't get that. That's probably not the right genre for me. It's very intense, it's very different, and it's probably very much not what I would be able to tell if it's good or not. Absolutely, I have no freaking clue what to say about this, Somebody obviously put effort into making it, but I'm not entirely sure what I should think about it. Or it's definitely not my genre. Much noise. I know I love noise rock, so I approve. Seriously, a lot of times people send me stuff and it's really, really far outside my genre, kind of like thingy. And then I really don't know what to say about it. I have a very wide range of stuff that I listen to, but some things I like to consult other people, And the only thing that I could definitely say about this track is that it's going to be very fringe if you release it, and you're gonna have to find a very dedicated small group of fans that would like that. But you can be successful with these smaller genres. I know our band Cygnus, which is a Viking metal band. They do kind of like folk metal, Viking metal. Really have a lot of people that are into whole Viking stuff that are their fans. It's a very definitive group of people. And yeah, of course, why not the name? It's a very definitive group of people, and this is what you need to be looking for if you're doing, 12-tone music, noise metal, or these kinds of things that are a little bit more off the beaten path. Shit noise. That's a good name. No, you're gonna find people that I believe you. The point is that if you look at the more abstract punk records, even from the 70s, etc., these people always had a following. Just no matter what you do, you have a following. But when you try to do something that is a little bit more of a smaller genre, it's probably better to ask somebody who's really good in that genre to ask them for feedback. For example, if you were asking me for various types of Latin music, South American music, the feedback that I could give would be somewhat rudimentary. There is a ton of music in South America with a ton of genres that in the West, isn't generally listened to a lot. And I wouldn't be able to tell one from the other, quite frankly. So I have my genre range, and this is where I kind of like try to be. Okay, now we got so many people asking questions. Why do you keep licking your lips? Because they're dry. Torben Dallas asks, check out Sucker Hicka Catapult on Spotify. The artist would have to send us that, and then we would play it. Etaneum says, I looked up your label, looks like a worldwide label. That's correct. Curious why Bellingham, Washington is a location. Seems like a small city with small swing. Bellingham, Washington is where my man CIG has his label. CIG is an EDM and hip-hop artist on our label, and he also has his own record label, which is a subsidiary of us, meaning that we own part of it. It's called MP4W Records, and CIG's current album, Field Trip, and the song Moment, which you can check out on our YouTube channel, is currently going really well, and his album is also going really well. So, Bellingham is... People are like, why this tiny? It's essentially the locations that we have for the label is where the people that run its subsidiaries essentially live. So when you start out having your record label, you don't necessarily go ahead and rent a huge place. You go and put a recording studio in your basement, like CI did, or in one of the rooms in your apartment, like I did. And then when you're really dedicated, you make another studio, you make a video studio, like I did here, and now we have 2 studios in this house. And this is how people start. They start in their private homes, running a label, because the expenses that you would have for renting a place and putting everything there will be too high in the beginning. You need to start out at your own place, in a garage, in a room, and then a lot of people would just take one room in their house and really noise-proof that, like I did, and do the recording there, and then have your artists come there, record the stuff, and it kind of like keeps going from there. I decided, by the way, since we're talking about it, to go with the Studio Bricks product. Wonderful. I can only say good things about Studio Bricks. So if you're actually thinking about putting a professional recording studio in your house, Studio Bricks will definitely help you do that. They have pretty cool mobile recording booths that are assembled from individual parts. That shitter's got like 1,000 pounds or 1,500 pounds, a really heavy thing. But really great. Okay, Megasub says, if a pump pumps water and a pump is pumped, the electricity is pumped electrons. Well, that is a tongue twister, my man. Okay, Megasub, dude. And Harry says he has a shit noise rehearsal video. If you're interested, the guitarist was improving. You can barely hear him. Oh, that is. I'm so happy that you have a rehearsal video. I'm interested in everything. Just drop it in one of our rooms on. What the? Mr. Ringo. Yes. Okay. Okay, Mr. Ringo, are you good now? Can you please not rub yourself? Can you not rub your asshole on my microphone? That would be like totally good, Mr. Ringo. There you go. All right, he was like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get kisses. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. The movie, he's on the drums. All right, I gotta see that fucking movie. Are we gonna be able to? Is it gonna be loud? It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud. Ringo show star cute cat on kitty kisses. Yeah, you know he likes to be here when I stream because he thinks it's super interesting because I'm talking and all the lights are on and it's kind of like warm from all the lights and it's like he likes to play with the cables. Can you put him on the screen? Okay, I'm not sure this is gonna happen. I have to download this movie first before I can play it. Yep. Oh man. Okay, there he goes. He's talking with you. Can you hear him? Dude. And it's spring and he's losing all of his hair. So he's like really, really dropping hair everywhere. He's dropping hair everywhere. Okay, dude. Now you're sitting in a way that nobody can see you. You're literally in neither camera. Okay, yes. You're a good cat. A good cat. All right, you want to say something? You want to say something? You got to come here and then say meow. You can say meow. Yeah. Rubbing yourself on stuff is great. I know. You can say meow. Meow. You want to say meow? Hold on. I can lift him up a little bit. Look in there. You can see yourself. Look. Look, you can see yourself. No, he doesn't want to. He wants to sit like oopsie. Oh man, you're on my mouse. Now he's starting to clean himself. I got a third camera, but it's over there and I can't reach it. Oh, I could be like this. I could be like this. And you could be like, what's he got there? What has he got there? Is it food? Is it food? Is it food, Papa? I fed him 3 times a day already. He's like eating like a champ. Yeah, are you a good boy, champ? Are we gonna review some more music? Do you like music? Do you like musicians? Alrighty, let's listen to some stuff while we. Come on, no head bumping here. There's a bunch of cameras. Nah. Now he wants to rub himself on the camera. It's really funny, but you can't see it. I gotta put like a camera here that comes in from the side because he's like huge on the table here, but you can't see him because he's in an angle to where he can't. Okay, yeah. Sit on my stream controller, why don't you? Dude. The problem is that he's pushing buttons, you know? Yeah. You already got the camera to collapse. Okay. Pulling cables isn't a good idea, my friend. Yeah, I gotta reset his camera because he's already... Yeah. This is why I don't like it when he's here. Oh, there you go. Cause he'll like pull on cables and shit, and he'll like reset the and then pull out the USB connectors, you know. And now his butt is here. Oh my God! So many hairs are flying everywhere. Oh yeah. Come on, dude. How about you just come here where there's no connectors that you're breaking? Just sit here. Would you be good? Nah, stop biting me or I'm gonna fuck you up. There, sit. Sit here. Be a good cat. Be a good cat. No, he wants to sit on the... Aha! There is cables to bite. He's got him in his claws now. Oh man, okay, that's enough. Dude. He's ripping out the cables from my stuff. That's enough. No, he's hiding. He's hiding. The police is coming. They're gonna arrest him. The cat police is gonna come and arrest him. Meow.
Each other so close, nothing comes between, but no, that's not me. I need my freedom.
Whenever you watch the rehearsal, I recommend watching it fully without skipping. You might skip the best parts. Okay, Harry, I'm gonna download it and watch it, dude. Yeah, we should totally do record label boss Ringo reviews, you know? And then we'll play him some music and we'll see what he does, you know? And if he goes meow meow, you know? Or he goes meow meow, you know? That's not so bad, is it? The cat police is dragging him away. I think he's gonna go to cat jail. Alright, Ringo's going to cat jail. Yeah, I'll save that. What a nice tune. Ringo Starr Cat Edition, that's right. And you know, if you could see this, I mean, luckily I have my camera set up with a lot of light and with in very good conditions here, but my shirt is full of his hair. It's insane. It's like completely full with cat hair now. Because he's currently losing hair like by the bushels. Now we got some skater rock here or something. He was a skater boy. He said, "See you later, boy." I'm gonna do a screen cap on this one, eh? Muso. I just gotta fix some shit here. 1200. Maybe 1400. Yeah, and then I'm gonna like pop it over here. And then I'm just gonna crap up the bottom. Nah, we'll do 300. 350. 400. Yeah. And there you go. That's always a little bit of a thingy. But now I can just put it up and it'll be good. I'm gonna say no because I'm not so much into skater rock. New Goo didn't find a playlist. Okay, I'll just say no. Good Hustles.
She said, I've heard a lot about you, and I was never your biggest fan. But this evening has just spiraled. It's not gone how I planned, cause I'm waking up in your clothes and sneaking around so nobody knows. Cut me loose and leave me behind, cause you know I won't see you after tonight. You know I want to, but I won't see you. No, I want to, but I won't say it.
Said I heard a lot about you. Your bark's worse than your bite. You know I hate to say it, but I had a great time tonight. So you blame the wind.
Alright, I got love color. Love two vibes with this song. Collect the hairs and sell it. It's gonna give me a cat hair pullover. Oh my god. They're so cute. Okay, let's save him. Why not? Why not? I'm not a big fan of this type of music, but it shouldn't be judgy. All right, Brune M. Brune M. Tides. Everything's always so different volume, you know. He comes running. He got out of jail and he comes running. You can see him escaping, and he's like running down the stairs like, and now he's looking like, ah, I'm back. Okay, yeah, completely cratered there with the vocals. Doing destruction. Next one, Vermintide. Ah! Holy crap! I was not prepared for that. All I can say is this drummer has got to be good, because that's like fucking hell, you know, with the feet. Harry, you knew it. You didn't warn me. Okay, to me this all sounds like very much alike. Thank you for blowing my brain across the room. Oh man, that was so. Does anybody know anything about this kind of? I'm not sure if it's death metal screamo. That's what they submitted it under. I should probably open that up. Hold on a second. Let me edit the transform in and let the bottom in here. It's gotta be like 300. Oh no, it's gotta be less. It's gotta be 200. 220 maybe. Yep. Alright, so there you go. Death metal screamo male vocals. Double pedal, yeah. I'm not sure if this is good or not. They have a very interesting cover too. But I'm going to say no because I think so. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I have no idea. Hilla, thoughts out loud.
sun comes up, I know I won't be missed. I'm just kidding, can't help saying my thoughts out loud. Never mind, forget it, don't know what I'm saying. Never know what I'm saying. I just gotta feel real love, always thinking twice. Take me to paradise.
Okay.
Call me and say, don't be afraid. I'll
1, 2, 3.
I won't go far away
Okay.
from you. The car's freezing up, it's raining. Not sure what I'd do if I lost you. Have I lost you? Nobody asks where or how I've been.
All right, I'm gonna save it. I'm not sure about it, but man, now this all the hair, and now he's cleaning himself, the motherfucker. Now let's turn on the fucking. Now he's on there. Look at him. There he goes. There he is. Now we see him. I catch him with the cams, you know. I got cams everywhere, but you know, he just bounces around places a lot. So hold on, let me see if I can zoom out here a little bit. Yeah, I can. Let's zoom out some more. All right, there you go. Can't zoom out anymore. He's looking. All right, so next one, Closed Doors, Ibby 2 Bitches. Alrighty. No. Well, not bad, but boring.
And the silence that you could have listened to, and all the Christmas lights you should have seen, like fireworks on New Year's Eve.
Oh, that is pretty cool too. I'll decline that. It's gonna be. It's called reviewing music while watching cats.
We haven't got all our lives yet. We took the long road, honey. But it was me, told the line. Oh, my mama then said, come out and watch the end. Well, I feel the wash now, honey. Saturated in suspense. Yes, no, maybe, but I was paralyzed.
A bit boring, eh? Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see him? Mr. Judd.
Living through these lenses, everything is what it's supposed to be. I'm about my business, touched a million, that shit's old to me. Dealing with the feeling, I can never let them close to me. Careful how I'm moving, only show them what they supposed to see. They used to tell me stop, but then they stop, cause now I'm on a roll. Fuck a cliche ball, but a bitch and headed on a roll. Took advantage of my talents, I was gonna make it anyway. Chased my dreams and then I caught them, now the better days my everyday. A big blizzy tryna act shit on the highway swerving. Not the biggest, but the realest, that's a fact I'm certain. And I'ma pull away the curtains when they close the curtains. Risk my life, that's every day, I know what fate I'm certain. Only moving forward, tell me what the fuck is backing up. Think that I don't love him from the invites that I'm passing on. But this the way I see it, I'ma die alone if I don't leave. Bigging up myself, I'm trying to be who I am trying to be. Mercedes for my bitch, she drive me crazy, so she
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not badly made, but it has nothing of interest. The vocals are very monotonous in pitch and in cadence. No. Da 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 again and again. No. Nope. Seasons. That's a cover. Cover slash remix. You know we don't do that. So if your defining element of your song is covered or remixed or whatnot or reused in any way, we will decline it.
I got hit with the fortune. No cookie for me, I'll crack a cold one.
Vocals, next one. Oh, by the way, there's a thing here that says tip at recordlabelboss.com. There's a new button at recordlabelboss.com where you can tip. It's very interesting. You should try it. Bit too abstract. All right, guys, we're approaching 10 o'clock, the time when Ringo goes to sleep. Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, I don't stream all day, but you don't have to worry, Harry. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, always at 2000 Central European time, usually for 2 hours each. That's 6 hours of Record Label Boss every single week. And I do it usually 50 weeks. No, I do it 48 weeks because 1 month is holiday. And then I'll probably have another one for Christmas. So I do it probably around 47 weeks or so. So you will have like 47 times 6 hours a year of Record Label Boss. And a lot of these guys that are on here have been with me for a very long time, well, like a year or two or so. Before can you check out the rehearsal video? Oh yeah, I said I have to download it. I was clicking it. I can't immediately play it through the studio. But I am going to download it and I'm going to watch it. And if it's cool, I'll put it on the next show. How about that, huh? That's usually what I do, you know. That I got 1,800 songs left here, and I don't even, God knows how many left on other services. As I said, you know, I'm only looking at a tiny amount of stuff that we get sent, and I'm always saying we get 30,000 demos every year, but we could be getting like closer to 100,000. It's insane. People are sending you so much stuff. We could have literally like a whole organization that does nothing else but review demos. And we're actually thinking about smart ways how to cope with that. This is, by the way, why we are making now demosubmission.com, because we're trying to get something together to where people can really easily submit their stuff and we can easily listen to it. And it would make sense. It will be easy. It will be free, but there would still be some promotion options or something. But it wouldn't necessarily be like on 17 different platforms. And a lot of these platforms where you submit are very, how can I say, they're mostly oriented towards making money for submissions, which means that the way that they work is made in a way that they make the most money possible. They don't necessarily work in a way to where artists are connected with labels or whoever they want to connect with in the best possible way, but they're usually connected in the most money-making way possible. I don't know if that makes sense, but I talk about it on a lot of streams. Okay, guys, so thanks so much for being on Record Label Boss today, 21:57. I'm going to head out, and I'm going to come back on Friday at 2000. As you know, Record Label Boss is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, always at 8 p.m. Central European Time, which is some other time if you're not in Central Europe, but you're going to have to figure it out. Do join us at our Discord server. That's discord.gg/CZR or countzerorecords.com/Discord, or just join, click here, recordlabelboss.com. There's a bunch of Record Label Boss links. Go to Count Zero Records. There's also a bunch of links. We have a cool YouTube where you can watch our shit. Do join us on the Discord chat. This is where we usually hang out the entire day. So if you have any questions and it's not the show, then you're very welcome to ask us these questions. There is always personnel from us on that server because we have people that live in Europe and we have people that live in the United States. So that server is essentially manned 24 hours. And if you have any questions, you can go there and ask us. We are a very visible and very available label. Thank you all for being on Record Label Boss. Ringo and me wish you a wonderful day. And I'll see you on Friday on the next Record Label Boss. Probably with Mr. Ringo. Mr. Ringo.
It's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. I never thought I'd find what I was looking for, but this feeling can't afford to leave. Came here with a 20 in my pocket. Didn't want to stay too long. I knew that I would drop it. Check myself out in the reflection of a liquor bottle. Saw a real sad girl, a big pill to swallow. Yeah.